Hello, welcome to Buy Grey TV. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification so you don't miss our next video. This is the history on the Nigerian Civil War. Before 1914, when the British rulers called the colonial masters came to the geographical space now called Nigeria, there were various ethnic groups which ruled themselves in different ways and did life differently too. However, the colonial masters found it difficult to rule such a space, so the entire space that consisted of all these different cultures was named Nigeria, and the different cultural groups were united. This unity is called the amalgamation. This amalgamation made Nigeria have the Southern Protectorate and the Northern Protectorate, so each of the many self-ruled ethnic groups fell into one of these protectorates, part of the country controlled and protected by the British. So what caused the Nigerian Civil War? Well, we cannot talk about the Nigerian Civil War without first remembering the first Nigerian coup d'etat on the 15th of January in 1966. A coup d'etat is a forceful takeover of government. Major Kaduna Chukwuma Nzeogu led this coup d'etat in which some senior officers in the army were killed and some were kidnapped. So Major Kaduna Chukwuma Nzeogu tried to forcefully take over government from Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, who was Nigeria's first prime minister. However, he failed, as General Johnson Thompson Umunakwe Aguiyi Ironsi took over the government. Many northerners were not happy with General Aguiyi Ironsi's takeover of the government. This led to some violence against Easterners in the northern region, mainly because General Aguiyi Ironsi was an Easterner as well. They feared that the Igbos planned to take control of the government. This violence, known as the Igbo pogrom, got worse over time as over 1 million Igbos had to leave the northern region for the eastern region to avoid being killed, like many others. On the 29th of July in 1966, 6 months after the first coup, Lieutenant Colonel Murtala Mohammed led 3 young military officers from northern Nigeria to carry out another coup, which led to the death of Major General J.T.U. Aguiyi Ironsi and some other military officers. General Yakubu Gowon was then sworn in as military head of state. The eastern region, led by Colonel Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, needed to find a lasting solution to the country's problems, especially as it affected the eastern region. There was an agreement to meet in a neutral location for a meeting to be sure of the safety of everyone who would attend, so they chose Aburi in Ghana. On January 4 and 5, 1967, top Nigerian military leaders met to resolve the leadership issue within the army, discuss better methods of administration, and find solutions for surviving victims of the pogrom, among other matters. They came to certain agreements on all issues discussed, and this agreement became known as the Aburi Accord. Sadly, General Yakubu Gowon did not fulfill his promise as agreed in the Aburi Accord. On the 26th of May, 1967, Colonel Ojukwu held an emergency meeting with a special advisory committee of chiefs and elders in Enugu, and it was agreed that the eastern region will secede or withdraw from Nigeria. The following day, May 27th, Colonel Ojukwu declared that eastern Nigeria will be a free, sovereign and independent state called the Republic of Biafra. General Gowon responded to Colonel Ojukwu's speech and, in the response, declared a state of emergency, then divided the nation into 12 states, claiming that it will foster unity and stability in the country. The states created were Benue Plateau, East Central, Kano, Lagos, Midwest, North Central, Northeast, Northwest, Rivers, Southeast, Western, and the West Central. A number of Easterners saw this move as Machiavellian or sly and cunning because General Gowon excluded the oil-producing areas from the states occupied by the Igbos. Colonel Odumegwu Ojukwu did not change his mind on seceding, and he got the support of the majority of Eastern region leaders. The Nigerian Civil War began on the 6th of July in 1967 when Colonel Shua led the Nigerian army to launch the first attack against the eastern region, which was at the time considered as the Republic of Biafra by the Igbos. From the 6th of July 1967 to January 15th, 1970, more than 3.5 million Biafrans died in the Civil War, many of them dying from starvation. The Republic of Biafra was obviously on the losing end as Biafrans home and away in Nigeria suffered. The warring parties got some support from other countries, however, Nigeria got more support. On the 23rd of December in 1969, the Nigerian army launched a final attack against the Biafran soldiers. The Biafran soldiers surrendered to General Yakubu Gowon on the 13th of January in 1970. Colonel Ojukwu handed over authority to Lieutenant Colonel Philip Effiong and traveled to the Ivory Coast to seek a form of protection called asylum. On the 15th of January 1970, the surrender documents were signed in Lagos and Biafra ceased to exist. Did you know some little-known facts about Biafra? The war lasted exactly 2 years, 6 months, 1 week and 2 days. Nigeria was supported by the United States, the United Kingdom, the Soviet Union, Egypt, Syria, Algeria and Bulgaria, while Biafra was supported by Spain, South Africa, France, Israel, Portugal, Rhodesia, Tanzania and partly by the United Kingdom. A Yoruba man, Lieutenant Colonel Banjo, fought alongside Biafran soldiers during the Nigerian Civil War. Some people refer to him as a Yoruba Biafran. What have we missed out in this history? Do let us know in the comment section below. Will it be ridiculous to subscribe to our channel? If no, please like this video, share, and subscribe to our channel.